Good evening, everybody. Tonight I will be doing a little bit of some box openings. So, Ankh here, for the record. Just logging on this to Twitch for a little bit to hang out, opening up some boxes for my store. I see Carl has joined the chat. Hello, Carl. Yeah, so I just figured I'd be doing some Whitefang Pass case opening. It's been a while since I really opened much of it. I did one stream of it the other day, but figured I could use some more of this for my store. So I figured, why not? Let's get the focus going there. How's the audio there, Carl? Loud and clear. Awesome. All right. So yeah, let's just go open up some boxes. Obviously, there are always the Rumble Start decks are pretty popular, but for the most part, I'm just looking for some nostalgia. I think I said in my last video I was a little bit jealous. I haven't really been able to participate too much in the online sealed, though I was actually this weekend able to sort of pinch hit because someone didn't show up to Godress's sealed event. So I figured I had some time, so I just hopped on in there. So what are we looking for? Basically Nova Elementalist, good Dark Heart decks. Could use a good Arborist deck. You know, Mad Lab, it's always fun. But yeah, let's see, it's kind of... Sorry for the glare, I don't have the best lighting set up, so I'll try and adjust things as I can. Let's go ahead and just start off with our Necreum here. Just try not to spoil the soul binds too much. I don't think I spent a ton of time theory crafting. Maybe for the first box we'll do some theory crafting on sealed play, but for now, I don't spend a ton of time over that. Yeah, Betting Sentinel looks like a pretty good one to take a look at, so we'll look at that one next. So yeah, we got Ardent Slime, Cold Heart Brute, Devouring Geist, a Forsaken Alluvian, Ghastly Renewal, got a Raging Stitcher, and a Rune-Scarred Pit, Shadow Strength, Vile Spectre, and a Zombifying Drake. So no real removal. Let's see what kind of Cersei we got. Not a terrible Cersei for set 3, Sorrow, Shadowcast, and Army Commander. Yeah, Ardent Slime I'm a big fan of. We got a decent amount of, 3 spells, a few different minion synergy things going on with that deck. I'm not sure how solid of a sealed deck that particular one would be. Let's take a look at that abetting Sentinel, because that could be pretty hot. The abetting modifier gives something additional attack and breakthrough for a turn, and Sentinel gets huge if you have enough spells played. So for this deck to really pop, it needs like at least probably 3 or 4 spells. So we got the Sentinel, Invocus, okay, another spell payoff, Disintegrate, Firestorm, Ice Storm, okay, doing good so far. Pyromatic Master, a Quaking Frost Hulk, Spirit Golem Conclave, Tortoise Colossus, and a Windy Razor too. So yeah, four spells. Got a Windy and a Sentinel to go with it. No Rumble Heart, or Rumble Spark rather. Got a Korok with Earthen's Fists, Lightning Speed, and Blast Wave. So yeah, this is a nice aggressive deck. I mean, the Frost Hulk's a little bit of a whiff, but decent removal. A lot of splash removal, like, you know, mass clear, but not like heavy damage. And just a decent breakdown of creatures there. Let's check out our Approximator here. Hey, Jerry Bear. Thanks for coming along. living vicariously with these pack openings. As mentioned to Carl, I might do a little bit of sealed analysis, but probably not too much. Maybe just for a couple of the first packs. All right, Apostlemancer, Ardent Drone, Ardent Medic, Combat Specimen, Experimentation. We got the Boldening Tactician, Energy Surge, Lightforge Sentry, Metamind Overseer, and a Portatron with a Crux, Precognition, Shattered Psyche, and Synaptic Siphon. So it started off okay. We've only got 2 spells in this deck. 1 Energy Surge and Metamind Overseer are some decent cards to go with the Apostlemancer. I like the stats on Ardent Drone quite a bit. Just a nice big body for your stealther. Same thing with the Medic. But again, land just tends to be pretty lacking in battle for Whitefang Pass. Just its themes are kind of all over the place. Alright. Let's check out our Crogius deck here. See if we can get fun out of this. Generally, I like to see a lot of life gain payoffs if I'm doing Crogius, or at least the life gain sources, just to kind of survive long enough to get the Crogius out. Because if you can't get to cycle 3, it doesn't do you a whole lot of good. Alright, Crogius, Spear Steel Plate. We got a Grove Mother, Hibernating Wartusk, a Kindred Decayosaur, Mustic Megatha, Mystical Tangle Sprout, a Refreshing Raptor, Stampeding Aether Root, and a Pterodon Nest. And got Spell Surge, Oros with Spell Surge, Dark Forge Drain, and Spirit Bond. So as per usual, a little bit of a low roll. We only got the Refreshing Raptor and level 2 Crogius to gain life in this deck. So yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. If I had to probably build a deck out of these 2, I'd probably be looking at, or out of this particular kit, I'd probably be looking at probably these 2 together. I think the Necrium, like the Exalt synergies, are nice. Has a decent spell package to support the other half of the red deck, which really just wants you to be playing a bunch of spells. Maybe you can, recur the Windy Razortooth a little bit with that Stitcher. And it's less important how high level it is when you play that. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to our next pack. So what kind of things are people looking for in Whitefang decks? Anything people are still looking for their collection? So I keep a lookout. An Arborist deck. Let's go ahead and try that one first this time. Maybe get more than one life gain card in this deck. Arborist, Botanimate, good start. Combat Ravager, another life gain payoff. Got the Oxidon Rager. Alright, Soothing Raptor. Okay, so that's 2. Spiked Carapace. Stegodon Alpha, a Toxic Basher, Twin Strength, and a Venerable Lotus. And we've got Nova with Judgment, Dominion, and Bounty. So not terrible. I mean, we've got a couple life gain things going on. Botanimate and Soothing Raptor make it really easy to trigger Arborist on the first turn of the cycle. Or at least in cycle 1, if you can keep your life from falling below 50, they just get that minor life gain. Get over the top. Combat Ravager is a nice one to just Soothing Ravager or Soothing Raptor into Ravager could put you in a really good position on board. And we got we had 1, 2, 3, 4 dinosaurs to go with the Carapace, so that's not bad. Yeah, Toxic Basher is also kind of a nice one. Just pick off a creature and have a nice breakthrough guy to follow up with. We got Everflame deck. Our 10-piece. No Soulbinds yet, but we've only been through one pack so far. Alright. Everflame, Phoenix, Fireheart Idol, definitely a nice one. Definitely like to see that. Got the Furious Warhound, Ice Storm, Lightning Tamer. Got the Nargoth Commander, a Solemn Mystic. Okay. Spirit Golem Conclave, a Thunder Soar, and an Unstable Vortex. And we've got Sunder, Summon the Swarm, Stimbolt, and Gale Surge. So you got, what, 3 spells there, right on average. I'm a big fan of the Vortex, personally. I just like that it can absorb damage and then kill a creature pretty easily, especially with Spirit Golem Conclave. Those tend to work really well together, as does with the Thunder Soar. So it's got a lot of nice little synergies going on in this deck. Let's take a look at our Page Walker here. Still on the lookout for like a really good Page Walker deck with like a high roll of, you know, it's gonna be hard to beat Justice Blinded's 6-mage deck, but even just like, you know, a 4-mage deck with an Allomancer would be nice to see. Alright, got the Adaptive Page Walker. Brightsteel Gargoyle. Okay, well, Camouflage Elementor, speaking of. Combat Captain, not a great sign. Energy Surge, Glitch Scout. Okay, that's another mage. Guess that's probably our hit for the Captain. Got Portatron. Redact, okay. Repurposed Prophet, okay. And a Taunting Tactician. With a Crux Cobalt, Shattered Psyche, Mind Over Matter, and Precognition. So what, we got 4 mages, that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. Camouflage Allomancer is a nice one. That's a nice modifier for the Allomancer. Makes it hard to take, if you're on Forge, to take it out. Or even off Forge if you open lane it. I'm not a big fan of Adaptive as a modifier. I'd rather have control over where which side the stats are on, not be like Forge dependent on it. And the Captain's a little bit of a dud, though. I mean, if you're going to pump something, the Glitch Scout's a nice one to pump. And you got just a little bit of spot removal, so Taunting Tactician's a nice one, too. It's just a nice big body. Like, it's a nice on-body, or on-curve body that can protect your mages in this particular deck. Alright, and last but not least, let's get our Necreum opened up here. I guess there's also the chance to open some foil decks, since that was a new thing for this set. Got the Arrogant Banshee, decent modifier for that. Got the Bride of Frankenbaum, Cold Heart Brute, Death Current, Dissipating Spectre, Evil Lab, Illyria, Plague Spewer, Red Wasteland, and a Spite Hydra. And then we've got Nixnekia with a Endless Death, Dark Summoning, and Dark Ritual. So what do we got? We got 1 scientist to go with our Evil Lab, which is the Bride of Frankenbaum. That's actually a decent one to go with the Evil Lab, because the pump actually is relevant to the Bride. 1, 2, 3 spells. I want to make Red Wasteland work one of these days, but I haven't really found the right deck for it. This would have been a nice reprint for last winter with the destruction theme going on. Maybe we can find a Betrayer one at some point. Though I don't even know if it can come in the Betrayer, if it has like some sort of destruction synergy it requires. In terms of decks we would put together here, that's a good question. What was Life Gain looking like? We had Death Current and Evil Lab, which gave us some potential for the Necreum and Utera to go together, but Necreum's kind of doesn't have great bodies. I do like what's going on in this Utera deck. I think as always, I mean, 10-piece is always strong in this set. this actually might be a good Tempe's Aloyan build because of all the mages. We've got, let's see, 1, 2 extra mages in here. It's a little light on the overall spell count if you go that route, but having like the redact to get rid of something that's like a high priority target. It's got a decent Sunder with the Summon the Swarm, Stimbolt, and Gale Surge. So if I was going to build, I'd probably build towards the Aloyan and Tempe's for this particular booster. We're talking sealed. Just a lot of nice ways to control the board, as it were. Alright. Pop up some battle for Whitefang Pass number 3. Alright. Let's see, so we've done a Terra first, Necreum first. Let's try an Aloyan first with this Adaptive Sculptor. I'm always a fan of free stuff, so Sculptor is a nice one, especially since Aloyan likes to do replacing as is. Yeah, Elemental's Ritual is a good one, Carl, to be on the lookout for. I should be on the lookout for that as well. So we got the Adaptive Sculptor, we got a Scipion Experimentation, Energy Prison, got a Mad Lewinter, nice. Got the Prepared Virtuoso, a Redact, Steel Eye Researcher, Synapse Drone, Venerable Assassin, and a War Machine. With that comes a Mind Over Matter, Crux Cobalt, Synaptic Siphon, and Shattered Psyche. Yeah, so yeah, decent deck here. Mad Lewinter, always a favorite. We've got 3 spells. Synapse Drone's a pretty nice one. Get to upgrade on hit and upgrade. Oh, hey Casey. Yeah, Synapse Drone's a really nice one, especially in this deck. It doesn't have, like, other than Mad Lewinter, there's no real minion generation, I guess, you know, on the end of the Scipion Experimentation. If you can, because there's a couple of different ways to upgrade the experimentation with the Energy Prison and the Drone. So, you know, that's one way to get the extra minion. It's just going to be hard to flip Mad Lewinter without help from the other deck. How big is the Synapse? That one? Just a 1/4. But even with Stealth, double upgrade is nice. Yeah, this is definitely a pretty cool deck. It doesn't have the Synthetis Lab, but it's also got the Steel Eye Researcher. So if you do have like a Betrayer Synthetis Lab, or have just another deck that has a high concentration of minion generation, that'd be a good one to pair with it. But yeah, spells and minions for that particular deck. And upgrade. Maybe it would be a good, like, Preserved Habitat deck, too. Could look at that as well. Alright, Arrogant Stonefist, Disintegrate, a Fleet Mystic, a Lightning Tamer, Nova Elementalist, nice. Got a Rageborn Eruptor, Rolling Warstoker, Solemn Breaker, a Betrayer Varnus Pact, interesting, and a Warbringer Ritual. With a Sunder, a nice one too. We got a Stimbolt, a Gale Surge, and a Frost Blast on that one. So we've got 1, 2, 3 spells. 1, 2 extra elemental. Well, 3, 4 if you count the minion generation for the extra elementals there. Warbringer Ritual into Varnus Pact is a really nice combo. It's actually just, I always like looking at the art on Betrayers. It's a pretty one. No Elementalist Ritual, but Fleet Mystic's also kind of a nice one to have in there, just with the mobility and giving one of your Elementals mobility. I mean, especially in a deck with the Elemental, or the Elementalist, being able to, like, just move it while they're on Forge and just hit them for lethal with that sudden movement, because you don't really expect that to expect the Thermal Spark to move. That could be a game winner right there. Let's look at our Terra here. That one even had like a decent amount of minion generation, so if we're doing sealed, the Aloyan looks like a pretty good contender, as is, to go with that deck. Alright, Armored Raptor, Botanimate, Grove Mother, Heart Tree, Hibernating Wartusk, Mystical Tangle Sprout, Petrifying Ravager, a Talisan, Torg My Guardian, and a Vine Lash. So decent removal there. And a Nova, Judgment, Bounty, and Might. So decent package there. And all I'll say about this, it has decent bodies. The Raptor's a nice beater. We only got one life gain thing going on in this deck, so Ravager, Heart Tree aren't going to do a whole lot. So if we're looking for pairings, it'll be very reliant on the Necrium. Have to do that. Make that work. Alright, see if we can get one more Soulbind out of this deck. Since we're only at 2 out of 11 so far on the Soulbinds. Alright, Anticipating Spectre, Glorf Glob, got Lyria, Runescarred Pit, Shadow Strength, Spite Hydra, Spite Maiden, Witherfrost Circle, a General's Wrath, nice, and a Zymus. So, yeah, ask and ye shall receive. We've got our Cersei with Shadowcast, Sorrow, and Army Commander. We've got the Harvesting Ground and Ziggurat. That's a pretty nice one. It's nice to have the Zymus in there as well. Ideally, you're looking for Indomitable Fiend if you got a General's Wrath going on. And the Wrath with the Pit's really nice too. You can just flood the board with zombies. How many spells do we have? 1, 2, 3 for the Spite Maiden. That's a good amount. There's no real like removal in this deck, which is a bit of a problem with it. I guess the Witherfrost Circle's sort of like removal. This is basically just filling the board with creatures. Not really too many good targets for the Glorf Glob either. None of these guys have particularly high health to go with it. But yeah, I think if I was building a sealed out of this particular pool, I would definitely be going for the Aloyan with the Nova Elementalist Tempest deck. Get some Madwinter. Yeah, Necrium on set 2 tends to be a bit lackluster unless you get like a really, really high roll on it. See a shiny deck in here, so I gotta open that one last. Open our Terra first this time. Guess there's always the hope to open up the Betrayer Nova Elementalist in one of these Terra decks, since it's the only faction it can show up in. It was Shiny Nova Ink, yeah. Well, we shall see. Alright, got the Armored Bear, we got a Botanimate, okay, Carnivorous Taro, nice. Glowhive Nursery, Mustic Megatha, Mystic Tangle Sprout, Pack Druid, Petrifying Patriarch, that's a mouthful. Got a Pterodon Mauler and a Vine Lash. So nice removal package there. With Darkforge Drain, Spell Surge, and Shapeshift. So we only got one life gain payoff or trigger for the Taro. We've got one other dinosaur for the Patriarch. This deck's kind of all over the place. The creature package is fine. The fact it has the double removal is nice, but it's not exactly like a constructed all-star type deck. Let's try out our Necrium here. Yeah, generally what I want to find in like a Necrium deck is like a Dark Heart Sorcerer with a couple of Vampirics. As long as what I'm on the lookout for. Good way to get a Rumble Spark flipped. Alright, Blight Skull Bomb. Camouflaged Demon, Dissipating Spectre, a Grimgaunt Harvester, Hibernating Banshee, Indomitable Fiend, Shadow Strength, Stout Alluvian, Stout Butcher, and a Zombifying Revenant. This would have been a good Glorf Glob deck. And we've got Nix-Niki with Soul Rip, Dark Summoning, and Dark Ritual. This is, as you were just talking about, Tyrannith, it's definitely lackluster. I'm not even really going to talk about it. Other than the Blightskull Bomb, there's no removal. The creatures are kind of meh. Maybe we can find something better in here. Postmancer. Armored Prophet. Ooh, a Camouflage Sentinel. That's pretty cool. Number 8. See if we can get a decent number of spells in here. Alright, Scythian Experimentation. A Energy Prison. Gizmo. Nanoswarm. Researching Safeguard. Not a card I'm particularly fond of. Spearforge Sentinel and a Stabilizing Medic. And with that, we've got a Crux Cobalt, Mind Over Matter, Siphon, and Precognition. We got the 3 spells. We've got one way to upgrade. I mean, the Camouflage Sentinel is really cool, but I don't know if this deck is really wowing me other than that. Carl about to get this for his RC. Yeah, I guess that is true. It is an elemental. So that could be pretty tight with the Apostmancer as well. It's a good Aloyan deck for if you're going to go Aloyan with our Rumble Spark. And it's got a decent number of stealth creatures in it too. So you got the 1, 2, 3 stealth creatures, one of which can be aggressive off Forge. So this is a good, if you're going to do like an Aloyan pairing for Rumble Spark, that's a pretty nice one. The Red Centella's Lab. Is that the one you got from me, Tony? Did I sell that to you? I can't remember. I feel like I had one. Yeah, that was a pretty spicy open. That was not one that was like on stream. That was before I was doing a whole lot of box opening videos. This is stocking up for the store. Alright. So, shiny deck. We got a Charger Mammoth, Everflame Phoenix, Fireheart Idol, Firestorm, Mystical Teacher, Nargoth Commander, Quaking Sentinel, Raging Warstoker, Rolling Breaker, and a Solemn Worm. So, Called Shot on the RSC is a no-go for this one. Got a Frostblast, Gale Surge, and Stimbolt. So let's see, we got 1, 2 elementals to go with our Mystical Teacher. Fireheart Idol and Firestorm is nice. But other than like being a foil deck, I don't know that this is doing a ton. This particular deck, no particularly low number cards either. It's deck 2881. Let's set that aside. And time for box number 2. Ugh. Are there full foil decks, or is it just the borders that are foiled? No, I think it's just the borders, based on the way that they did it. I'm just trying to get a... Yeah, I think just the way the printing works. Unless they did some for like a promo, they may have used a different foiling process on some of the promo decks. because I think when they do the promo decks, they might use a different print house to do them in like a smaller run, so they may have access to different foil technology when those occur. But I mean, given the prize payout at Worlds last year, I just don't see that as happening anytime soon. Like they did a bunch of prize decks for the first Worlds, but they did not really follow up with that in this year's Worlds or 24 Worlds. Yeah, I'm not sure if they did one from Gen Con. Ryan might know. I think he got some of the Ultimate Champion foil decks. They may have been full foil. I'm not exactly sure. All right. So no foil deck in this particular box, but a lot of generic cards on top. But that doesn't mean you can't find something good inside. Oh, okay, yeah, the ones where like the Soulbinds were bordered, and the Forgeborn were foiled. I mean, were something that they did for those promo decks. All right, Armored Wartusk, Carnivorous Taro, got the Echo Wolves. I like Echo Wolves. I think it puts in a lot of work. Gotta lead the charge. Mystical Tangle Sprout, Spiky Elk, Spiky Patriarch, Torg My Guardian, Twin Strength, and Euterdon Mauler. So, what, 2 life gain things going on? Oh, check out our Oro, Spirit Bond, Dark Forge Drain, and Shapeshift. I'm not going to do a whole lot of analysis on these going forward with these other boxes, just to kind of conserve time. Not just for that first box. I mean, if something cool comes around, I will definitely comment on it. But I just felt like chilling, hanging out with the community while I do this. So, nice to see you all on. Oops. The deck goes flying away. Alright. Arrogant Breaker, definitely a good modifier for a breaker. Disintegrate, Fireheart Idol, Fleet Hawkrider, Furious Smash Fist, Ice Storm, Nargoth Commander, Solemn Stone Fist, Stampeding Mongsaur, and a Thundercrash Shield. Okay, nice. And we've got Sunder with Swim in the Swarm, Stimbolt, and Gale Surge. So this is a 4-spell deck, which is nice for a Thundercrash Field deck. Other than Sunder, there's no real free spell payoffs in there. Let's go to our Necrium. Yeah, I think what Tony was asking about was more like if the images were foiled. I think that's a lot of work, though. Like, have you ever seen how they make Magic cards that that are foiled? Like their foiling process, there's like all these different layers you have to do for all the art to make it kind of work. To make the pictures foiled. So, like I've seen images of what they have to do with to make that work. I have 1 full foil set 2 deck on my only Furious Shardback. Nice, Carl. Right. Arrogant Drake, Bride of Freaking Bomb, Cacklebones, Combat Shambler, right? Ghastly Renewal, Glorfglob, Harvester to go with it, Hematophagic Demon, Raging Olivian, and a Red Wasteland. With a Nyxnekia. Definitely a good Glorfglob deck. Got the Harvester, Cacklebones. Some nice things for it to eat. Though it's kind of more of a meme than anything. The Glorfglob, that is. did not want to come out of its wrapping. Alright, Bright Steel Gargoyle. These are for my store, Solmer. I got the Bright Steel Gargoyle, Combat Assassin, Scythian Experimentation, Emboldening Researcher. I mean, unless there's something that, like, I've been looking for a really long time, that I may keep, but most of this stuff is going to go in the store. Energy Prison, Energy Surge, Glitch Scout, Guardian's Wall, Metamind Overseer, and a Voltaic Magus, so no Soulbinds, Ironbeard, Formation Shields Up and Promote. Not going to say this is a particularly good or interesting deck for Nolan. That will probably go straight to the bargain bin of the store at the $6 range. Another Apostlemancer on top is nice to see. Check this one out. Get into it without destroying the cards. This box, the packing on these has been really not good. I'll put it that. It's like super wrinkled and hard to get started. It's like extra folded. Alright, Apostlemancer. Ardent Tactician, Armored Allomancer, Arrogant Pagewalker. Alright, a Bolstering Specimen. Oh, Magnetic Field, okay. Metamind Overseer, Prepared Prophet, Stout Assassin, and a Stout Sentry. So, one robot for our Magnetic Field. Alright, Inspire, Optimize, and Nanotech Disruptor on our Rosetta. I've been on the lookout for like a high spell count magnetic field deck. This is not one, as magnetic field is the only spell in this deck. But I have this Sunder deck with a Betrayer, Chaining Scavenger that I've been wanting to like mess around with magnetic field. I do not have any good magnetic field decks. I feel like I would need probably like a 5 or 6 spell deck to really make that one work. To the bargain bin, probably, yep. Ardent Revenant, Bloodletting Demon, Darkshaper's Ritual, Forsaken Fiend, Glorf Glob, Grave Pact, Grimgaunt Predator, Hibernating Spectre, Horrific Reaper, and Avarna's Pact. Alright, and we've got Cersei with Shadowcast Army Commander and Sorrow. I like the Darkshaper's Ritual. How many beasts are in here? One, just the 2. Obviously it's not as good as Elementalist Ritual, but it's definitely probably the second best. Well, maybe tech upgrades better, but Spirit Charm definitely is not impressive. Let's put it that way. I didn't bring back Darkshaper Ritual for set 3, despite bringing Darkshaper in. Alright, Burnout, Warstoker, Disintegrate, Herald of Fury, Ice Lance Magus, Lightning Tamer, Piercing Mystic, Primordial Slam, Solemn Sentinel, and a Windy Warhound. That could probably do a lot of damage. With a Korok, Lightning Speed, Blast Wave, and Earthen Fists. I like the Herald of Fury, but it's kind of been replaced with that torching modifier in set 3. Oh, getting some focus issues. Come on, camera. There we go. What other some spicy hits we could be on the lookout for? I guess Kindred Shambler is still out there. That's one that can show up in here. The I guess we can get a Summoning Stitcher. All right, starting in the M's for the alphabet. We got a Mustic Megatha, Petrifying Bartok, a Petrifying Bear, Spirit Charm, Stout Raptor, Utera Charger's nice, Uterodon Nest, Venom Chalice, Vine Lash, and a Wolfstar Djinn with Nova. No Elliot tools yet. You got Nova's Might, Bounty, and Nova's Dominion. Yeah, not much going on here. Again. So I'll probably, let's see, what time is it? 9:30? Yeah, I'll probably do this for another hour or so, maybe. Alright, no cool betrayers right on top. But you never know until you open what you're gonna get. I may have mentioned this before, but I like it when the deck has like a, you know, A or B card as the first card, because it just increases the potential for cool stuff in the deck with the alphabet. Because when you're starting with a Mustic Megatha, you're definitely not getting a Krogius. Alright, Bloodletting Butcher, Dr. Frankenbaum, Forsaken Demon, Ghastly Renewal, Hematophagic Drake, Howling Banshee. Okay. Got a Lyria, Red Wasteland, Stout Walker, and a Zombifying Geist. One spell, no real self-destruction stuff going on. Some Soul Rip, I guess, is an option. Endless Death, Stark Summoning. Yeah, no heavy hitters in there. I guess Betrayer, Darkheart Sorcerer is another one to be on the lookout for. Alright, Aegis Knight. Man, this packaging. I really wish they'd spent a little more time with the creature typing in the first set, because this Aegis Knight feels like it should be a warrior, given all the other robot warriors, or, you know, it feels like it should be in that vein, just for more synergies. Alright, Aegis Knight. Scythian Experimentation, Forge Plate Yeti, Gizmo, Isolate, Palladium Simulacrum, Repurpose Safeguard, Stout Scavenger, Taunting Assassin, and Tech Upgrade. With a Inspire, Neotech Disruptor, and Enhance. So it's kind of got some interesting mobility stuff going on in this deck. Taunting Assassin, Simulacrum, Isolate. Not a whole lot of armor stuff going on here, except I guess if you have the Scavenger, that's an option for that Forge Plate Yeti, but interesting. Alright, Aerial Sentinel on the top. Increases our chances of a Nova Elementalist because it's an A. That's an Elemental. Alright. Sentinel. Burnout, one of my favorites. Disintegrate. Everflame Phoenix. Flame Shaper. Flame Sculptor Seal, rather. Fleet Master. Furious Stormling. Ice Storm. Lightning Charge, and a Stampeding and Focused. With a Sunder, Summon the Swarm, Gale Surge, and Frostblast. Furious Stormling's a little bit of tension there with the mobility, but also needing to activate to get bigger. Reveler. What's in this Reveler deck? Another card I do like, just I like free spells. It's also got the Ardent modifier, which gives it a good stat progression to want to upgrade past the first level. You got the Combat Lotus, Mystical Tangle Sprout, Oxidon Rager, the Patriarch's Binding, Stampeding Dechaosaur, Toxic Bear, Twin Strength, Pterodon Nest, and a Venerable Druid. So you got 3 spells to go with that. Reveler there. Bounty, Nova's Judgment, and Nova's Might. So I think a few people in the chat may have qualified for the Invitational. I haven't had a chance to set up the finals for the Invitational just yet, but hoping to run it sometime in February. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna do more of that this year. It seems like the interest in it just kind of petered off. And hopefully Stoneblade will be doing more tournaments, or at least integrating a tournament system soon, or at least sooner than later. So encourage people to play. I think the leaderboards has done a lot to really bring people online, and like the whole achievement system. I think that's done a lot of good for the game in the recent days. I got the Armored Wartusk, Botanimate, Brashful Ravager, that's a nice one. Krogius, nice. Feral Instinct, also nice. Behemoth, Stegodon Alpha, nice. Swamp Wasp, Pterodon Mauler, and a Venom Chalice. And we've got Nova with Nova's Judgment, Dominion, and Bounty. So only have the Botanimate as a way to gain life, but paired with a decent amount of life gain in a Necreon deck, this could be really spicy. Brashful Ravager, just a, what would this be, a 13-15? With Breakthrough and aggressive. It's a nice finisher. I like Feral Instinct quite a bit as well. I think it's the first one to open tonight. Can't wait for the RS Green deck to also have Krogius in it. Yeah. But yeah, Swamp Moss with a Feral Instinct is also a really nice combo. If you can time that right. Alright. Come on. I'm gonna ruin this Rumble Spark deck. Alright, Fireheart Idol. Furious Shard back. Nice. Mystical Teacher. Pyromatic Hawkrider. Rageborn Eruptor. Rolling Ice Crusher. Spirit Golem Conclave. Stormcaller. Thunderbolt Baker, and a Volcanic Colossus. So it started off strong. I got the Korok with Earthen Fist. Demolish and Blast Wave. So, having the Ice Crusher and the Shard back in the same deck, the art is a little confusing, so it's kind of nice. How many elementals do we have? Just this guy? So, yeah, this deck's kind of all over the place. It's got the Shard back, which is nice. So, that alone can do a lot of damage in a deck, but I don't know if the rest of it has enough support. Like, I have a few higher priced Fury Shardbacks on my site, but this would definitely not be one of those. Alright, Brightsteel Gargoyle, Emboldening Sentry, Gizemo, Guardian's Wall, a Mechanizing Drone. Got the Metamind Overseer, Progressive Sculptor, okay. Spiritforge Sentinel, Steel Eye Researcher, and a Steel Graph. So what's our minion going on? 1, 2 minions. And we got Crux Cobalt, Precognition, Mind Over Matter, and Synaptic Siphon. Got a lot of armor going on in that deck. Alright, Abyssal Spectre. Nice modifier for a Spectre. What happened here? Alright, Abyssal Spectre. Ardent Demon, our Arrogant Reaper, a Combat Slime, Dr. Frankenbaum, Dreadbolt, Howling Butcher, Raging Alluvian, Shadow Strength, and a Varna's Pact. And with it we got Circe Army Commander, Shadowcast, and Soul Siphon. Box here. This is box number 3. Right, 3 Ardents and a Biting. Here. We got Ardent Alluvian, Dissipating Spectre, Ossuary Mech, Red Wasteland, Runescarred Pit, Stout Moeba, Vampiric Drake, Vilegeist, Zymus, and a Zombifying Stitcher. Interesting. With a Circe, Soul Siphon, Sorrow, and Shadowcast. Yeah, not sure what to make of this particular deck. Vilegeist is pretty big. So a Stout Moeba. So I guess if you can get the Zymus with the Vilegeist there, could be interesting. Vilegeist works well with the Red Wasteland as well. At least after the first level. Alright, let's check out this Tinker deck. I can't remember, I don't think they brought Tinker back for set 3, did they? Can't remember. Did a whole video on what came back, and I'm just blanking on whether this one came back. Alright, Ardent Tinker, Duplication Dome, nice. Guardian's Wall, Nano Swarm, Redact, Repurposed Captain, Steel Eye Researcher, Venerable Tactician, and a Vid Icarus, and a War Machine. See, that's a Robot Warrior. Why can't the Aegis Knight be a Robot Warrior? Yeah, Carl's confirming there's no Tinker in set 3. Crux Cobalt, Precognition, Siphon, and Mind Over Matter. How many warriors did we get here? 1, 2, 3, 4 warriors with the captain. Not bad. And the captain's a repurpose. You can just replace it after you get the big buff. So that's not bad. Steel Eye to go with the Nano Swarm. And actually we had 2 scientists for once in a deck that cares about scientists. So this is like this is like an example of a good Aloyan deck that's just like fine and sealed or you know, limited play. Because we have all these warrior synergies. Nothing's like too overpowered. But it's just like a solid deck that would work outside of competitive play. Right, Ardent Invokers. Yeah, I guess Vid Icarus is also a Robot Warrior, good call. But not my Aegis Knight. Like, I get that Brightsteel Gargoyle's not a Robot Warrior, but I mean, come on. How's a Knight not a Warrior in this nomenclature? Right, got the Ardent Invokist, Combat Smash Fist, Firestorm, Flame Jet, Flame Sculptor Seal, Ice Storm, Ice Lance Magus, Nargoth Commander, Rageborn Raptor, and a Uranti Elementalist. So 4 spells, nice. Got Korok, Earth and Fist, Demolish, and Lightning Speed. Yeah, but Aegis Knight's a robot for whatever reason. I don't know. At the very least, it should be a warrior. I mean, if an assassin is a warrior, why is he not a warrior? It's a knight, not a warrior. I'll have to make sure they're doing proper creature typing in the force set. Start a petition. Make sure they don't do any flavor fails with the art. Alright. Biting Keeper. Asperian Steel Plate. Glow Hive Nursery. Grove Mother. Mystical Tangle Sprout. Oxydon Rager. Soothing Raptor. Stegon Alpha. Biologist. And Twin Strength. And then we've got Nova's Dominion, Nova's Might, and Bounty. Let's see, Biting Keep. So this is like a decent minion thing going on. We got the Nursery, Grove Mother, and Transcendent Biologist. No removal. I like Asperian Steel Plate quite a bit, especially if you pair this with something like a Loyan deck with gizmos and stuff. Could be good. But lots of ways to generate minions in that deck. Hey, a Broodfang. I haven't seen one of those in a Necrogram deck in a while. I guess it is rare, but it doesn't seem to show up too often. This is the kind of card I want to see in a Red Wasteland deck if I'm going to try and make Red Wasteland work. Though I guess kind of, as cool as Red Wasteland is, the Preserved Habitat just does what it does much better. So Broodfang, Combat Shambler, Darkheart Sorcerer, Darkshaper's Ritual, Evil Lab, Ghastly Renewal, Grimgaunt Predator, Keeper of the Damned, Raging Reaper, and a Shadow's Strength. So 4 spells with the Darkheart Sorcerer is nice. Oh, and then we've got Endix Nekia, Dark Ritual, Endless Death, and Dark Summoning. We've got the Keeper of the Damned to keep the Broodfang going. It's a little light on, like, reliable removal, but a couple stealth things of getting stealth, so this would not be the worst thing to pair with a Rumble Spark deck. Alright, Loyan. Yeah, this case, the, man, what do they do with this? Sorry, I'm going to go off camera here for a second while I try not to cut myself opening this. It's hard to, like, explain, but the way that the, this wrapper has been folded on it, it's making it very difficult to open. It's just very tight on the ends. Okay. Isolate. Nanoswarm. Progressive Drone. Okay, cool. We got a Redact. A Repurposed Researcher. Shield Node. Bleh. Steel Eye Medic. Steel Eye Researcher. Taunting Prophet. And a Vidicarus. And then we've got Ironbeard. Shields up, promote, and formation. 1, 2, 3, 4 spells. I want to get a progressive deck to work. I need to find a deck that has like multiple progressives and a lot of minion generation. I think that could be a pretty interesting archetype to try out. Alright, Betting Stonefist. I think progressive made it into set 3 as well. It's a little bit more fair than Drix. But the cool thing is that it works at level 1. Like it has its own, like it does something at level 1, whereas Drix just makes the minion. Alright. A Betting Stonefist, Chaining Worm, Fleet Shardback, Ice Lance Magus, Lightning Charge, Rolling Warstoker, Spirit Golem Conclave, Stampede, Thundercrash Field, and a Venerable Colossus. I like the Chaining Worm with the 4 spells there. Shardback is okay. Stampede. It's nice with the shard back. If they honor what they've said and actually fix all those cards that can't target your own stuff anymore. Alright, see if we can get a good Arborist deck with like lots of life gain stuff going on. Because I have yet to really open a good Arborist deck that can actually support the Arborist. Alright, always good to see Botanimate right off the bat. Oops. Combat Patriarch, Glowhive Nursery, Mustic Megatha, Refreshing Druid. Of all the refreshing creatures to get, I don't know if I want a Druid. Starplate Behemoth, Shifting Raptor, a Spirit Charm, and Twin Strength. So technically 2 ways to heal, but I don't know if I'd consider the Druid as a good one. Alright, Shape Shift, Spell Surge, and Spirit Bond. What is a Druid at level 1? 2/3. I do not think I'm going to replace a creature for a 3/3 Druid. I guess if I have a Gizmo, maybe. But that is a lot to go through just for a couple points of life. Bolstering Captain. Let's take a look at that one. I like the bolstering modifier quite a bit. Especially if it's on a creature with a decent amount of health to begin with. And a bolstering Captain, there's a good amount of warriors in this deck that could be really strong for if you're actually trying to make a warrior deck work. Alright. Glitch Scout, nice. Lightforge Sentry, a Mechanizing Pagewalker. Metamind Overseer, which is nice with the mechanizing there. Redact, Shield Node, Venerable Engineer, Voltaic Magus, and a War Machine. So 1, 2, 3. 3 extra warriors. 1, 2, 3 mages. 2 scientists. Yeah, nice. Alright. Ironbeard with shields up, formation, and intimidate. Yeah, I could just see like bolstering Captain, or I'm sorry, Glitch Scout into bolstering Captain just being a very solid turn 1 play. Or, you know, like a back-to-back play. Just giving it some extra attack and health and shielding it. Alright. Here comes Necreon with the Ardent Geist. An Arrogant Fiend, Broodfang, Cacklebones, Darkheart Sorcerer, always nice to see. Ghastly Renewal, Keeper of the Damned, Runescarred Pit, Shadow Strength, and Avarna's Pact. So 4 spells is nice to see there. Dark Ritual, Dark Summoning, and Soul Rip. So no real, like, reliable removal, but we got that Broodfang and Keeper of the Damned combo. The Darkheart Sorcerer is always nice. Alright. Biting Slayer. Alright. Biting Slayer, Krogius. Nice. Oh, a Hive Mind Pact. I haven't seen one of these in a while. Got the Mystical Tangle Sprout. Betrayer, Shardbound Vexer. Number 9. That's actually pretty cool looking in green. Because it's like a lot of green in the image. Oh yeah, Runescarred with the Avarna's Pact is really good in that last deck. We got a Spiky Elk, Stegodon Alpha, a Taliesin, a Venom Chalice, and a Vine Lash. We got Oros with the Spell Surge, Shapeshift, and Spirit Bomb. Yeah, the Vexer is really cool looking. And we've got our Hive Husk with the Living Hive. So pretty cool. Removal's a little sketchy in this deck, but I like the Taliesin, Krogius. I think if I was going to try and do a Hive Mind Pact, I mean, got the Mystical Tangle Sprout. It's got some very, very interesting cards in this deck. I have yet to really try a Hive Mind Pact deck. I haven't ever opened one for myself. I think I've opened maybe one or two for the shop at this point. Alright, we got ourselves a Burnout, Combat Breaker, Combat Colossus, Disintegrate, Everflame Phoenix, Pyromatic Hawkrider, Quaking Smash Fist, Stampeding Mongosaur, Tortoise Colossus, and a Uranti Heartseeker. With a Summon the Swarm, Frostblast, and Stimbolt for our Sunder with our 2 spells. So just a lot of just like creatures that have stats. And not much else going on for it. Alright, last kit for this particular box. As they call it, the display. Alright, let's try this Brashful Bartok. I don't know if I like Brashful on a Bartok. Guess you can get in for like a couple points of damage, but the breakthrough is kind of meaningless. Alright, Carnivorous Taro, Experience Steel Plate, a Kindred Polymorpher, cool. Soothing Bear, nice. So I got a Kindred Polymorpher with a Carnivorous Taro. Spike Carapace, okay, Swamp Moss Lurker, Transcendent Biologist, Twin Strength, and Utera Charger. Okay, this is a decent deck. And then what we've got here, we got a Nova with Nova's Might, Nova's Judgment, and Nova's Dominion. Yeah, what's the Bartok start off at? Oh, I guess a 4-2 is not bad. But, yeah, Taro, Polymorpher. I mean, I guess the Taro is the only way to gain life, so that's a little bit disappointing. But if you put it in a deck with like a Shambler or something, this could do some stuff. Oh, I guess it has the Soothing Bear. I missed that. So yeah, 2 ways to gain life. But nice to have the Bartok with the Charger as well, giving it those extra stats to just wipe out a team. +8/+8 is no joke. But Brashful on a Bartok's a little awkward because generally, for you to maximize the Brashful, you want to be off Forge and for it to be like your second play where they can't respond to it. And Bartok wants to be played before you play something else. So, alright, got Ardent Demon, Blight Skull Bomb, a Dark Heart Sorcerer. So we're getting a lot of Dark Hearts this pack. Dissipating Spectre, Grimgaunt, Harvester, Hibernating Alluvian, Indomitable Fiend, Runescarred Pit, Stout Moeba, and a Zombifying Walker. With a Dark Summoning, Dark Ritual, and Soul Rip on the Nyxnekia. So only 2 spells for the Dark Heart deck, so that is probably not going to cut it for this type of deck. Our Chaining Frosthulk. Alright, Chaining Frosthulk. Combat Worm. Yeah, Disintegrate, Flame Sculptor Shield, Fleet Colossus, Nargoth Commander, Rageborn Eruptor, Rolling Mystic, Uranti Elementalist, and a Venerable Stonefist. With a Sunder, Stimbolt, Gale Surge, and Frostblast, Gale Surge, and Stimbolt. Yeah, the fact there's only 2 spells in here kind of kills the deck because there's several things I care about spells as a payoff, and it's just not going to be reliable enough for that to work without like a 6-speller paired with it. The Bolstering Tactician. Or sorry, Techno Hulk. Bolstering on Techno Hulk is probably not the best since it doesn't have very high health to work with for that armor buff. Camouflaged Medic, Forge Plate Yeti, Metamind Overseer, Portatron, Redact, Salvage Assassin. See, that's the warrior I was talking about. Shield Node, Tech Upgrade, and a Venerable Scavenger. And then we've got Steel Rosetta, Disruptor, Optimize, and Inspire. I think I really do not like Nanotech Disruptor on Cycle 2. I don't think it does enough damage to merit how much tempo loss you're going to get in the second cycle trying to make that work. So what we got? So 9, 8, 9, and what? 4. Yeah, it's all right. Full Spring Techno Hulk. All right, so we hit 1 Nova Elemental so far. I need to grab something to deal with this trash since I forgot to take care of that ahead of time. So I'll be back in just a second. So how are people liking the new leaderboards and achievements that they've added to the game? Has that kind of reinvigorated people's urge to grind and such? Or, I mean, I know I've been playing a lot more of the campaign just to kind of knock out those achievement points. The last time I really touched the campaign was during that Scorchworm event. That's a little better. Now I can actually move around. Alright, let's go on to box number 4. Yeah, those daily newborn things, like doing those, working on the campaign while watching a newborn or watching a kid is definitely been there. Yeah, my son was off of school a lot this last month because they kept closing things down for snow, so I had a lot of extra time on that. Alright. Next Kitteroo. Right. Decent start of the alphabet type cards. More of the really tight cellophane. See what our arrogant Weeba has brought with it. Cold Heart Brute, Epidemic, Evil Lab, Neotophagic Alluvian, Keeper of the Damned, Raging Revenant, Stout Devourer, Varnus Pact, and a Zombifying Drake. So Cold Heart Brute Zombifying Drake's interesting. At least we have a Exalt that can have more than one copy of it out. Alright, Endless Death, Dark Ritual, and Soul Rip. Alright, here comes the Bright Steel Sentinel. Bright Steel Sentinel, Scypian Experimentation, Energy Surge, Glitch Scout, Palladium Simulacrum, Portatron, Shield Node, Spirit Force Sentinel, Stout Sculptor, and a Synapse Sentry with a Iron Beard. Promote, Intimidate, and Formation. Tony says I need to do campaign again. It's getting old playing against life gain every game in the queue. And yeah, is it mostly life gain in the queue people are playing? I haven't had a chance to do much PvP last couple days. Just because I haven't been able to like sit down for the time you would need to do it. Just been able to like kind of grind out half a campaign game here and there. Alright, Ardent Ice Crusher. Burnout. Ooh, a Betrayer Feral Instinct. Nice. Firestorm, Fleet Breaker, Herald of Fury, Lightning Charge, Primordial Slam, Stormcaller, and a Venerable Stonefist. 5-spell deck. Nice, with a Stormcaller and a Herald of Fury. Would like that to be a Lightning Speed, Blast Wave, and Demolish. Alright, Ardent. Yeah, this is... I like this Betrayer Feral Instinct there. Would have been like the nuts if this was a Rumble Spark deck. Just having that breakthrough is no joke. Speaking of Feral Instinct, here is another one. Mr. Can't Be Beaten just runs Shambling Chamber life gain stuff. Oh, interesting. Okay. I think I played him once with that against that deck. I did beat him. It was a very close game. Alright, Feral Instinct, Glowhive Nursery, Pack Aether Root, interesting, okay. Roaring Slayer, Soothing Bear, Soothing Raptor, Spike Carapace, Stout Bartok, Toxic Elk, and a Pterodon Nest. So, decent life game without really the payoffs you want. Got Nova's Dominion, Bounty, and Might. Feral Instinct on a Pack Aether Root can be kind of scary. Or even with the Soothing Bear. Or the Soothing Raptor for that matter. Lots of high attack creatures. Toxic Elk's a nice one too, because you can like instantly trigger the Slay off of it. Alright. Bloodletting Spectre. Has anybody gotten Bloodletting to work? I've never really been a fan of it. Guess if we open a Bloodletting Drone, that'd be pretty sweet. Alright, got the Spectre, got a Combat Banshee, Death Current, Dwarf Glob, Grimgaunt Harvester, Hibernating Fiend, Keeper of the Damned, Ossuary Mech, Shadow Strength, and a Wither from a Circle. With a Sorrow, Army Commander, Shadowcast, Cersei. Check out this Armored Drone deck. Alright, Armored Drone. Brightsteel Gargoyle, Bulwark Bash, Gizmo, Lightforge Sentry, Redact, Shardbound Vexer, Shield Node, Taunting Techno Hulk, Vid Icarus. Lots of armor going on in this deck. It's nice with the Bash. Too bad no Forge Plate Yeti. But we've also got Crux Cobalt with Psyche, Precognition, and Synaptic Siphon. I wish armor was like a little bit more useful as a mechanic. It's just the fact that Necrium and Utera can just hit health directly, that kind of makes armor often fairly pointless. But with a high enough armor cards, it can you can see it being strong enough. Alright, Bramble Axe Warrior, Glowhive Nursery, Oxidon Rager, Shard King, okay, cool. Spirit Charm, Stegodon Alpha, Toxic Bear, Venom Chalice, and Vinelash Wolfstar Djinn. Like double all printed armor in Aloyan and it's still not sticking. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Nova. You got the Bounty, Judgment, and Dominion. So, our Shard Cavern. Hawk Rider here. I've been getting a whole lot of soul binds these last few kits. Not sure what the count is up to. I haven't been recording anything or anything like that. Alright, Arrogant Hawk Rider, Chaining Smash Fist, Disintegrate, Flame Sculptor Seal, Ice Storm, Rageborn Eruptor, Raging Shardback, first Scorchmane, Summoning Evoker, that's a nice one, and a Thundersoar, Lightning Speed, Blast Wave, and Demolish. So 3 spells is not the worst for a chaining deck. Alright, 2 more kits in box number 4. Commanding Alluvion. Let's see what's in here. The Alluvion, Darkshaper Ritual, Dissipating Spectre, Glorfglob, Grimdaunt Harvester, got the Raging Patron, Varnus Pact, Witherfrost Circle, Zombifying Butcher, and a Zombifying Necromancer. It's our first Necromancer we've seen too. So I got Commanding with 2 Zombifying creatures. Now it's on an Alluvion, which kind of makes it meh. Yeah, this needed like a Cold Heart Brute or something. Got Nyxnekia, Soul Rip, and Dark Summoning. Has anybody gotten Glorfglob to actually work? Or is it just a meme? I feel like God just was trying a Glorfglob thing at one point. Stream is becoming... Ben complains about packaging. Alright. Adaptive Virtuoso, Ardent Scavenger, Brightsteel Sentinel, Energy Prison, Energy Surge, Gizmo, Mechanizing Prophet, Shardbound Vexor, Spiritforge Sentinel, and a Steel Graft. This mechanizing is nice with the Brightsteel Sentinel. Crux Cobalt, Never Matter, Sour Psyche, and Precognition. Ardent Patriarch. Krogius, okay. Lead the Charge. Mustic Megatha, Mystical Tangle Sprout, Oxidant Rager, Pack Slayer, Spiky Reveler, Twin Strength, and a Venom Chalice. With Nova, Dominion, Bounty, and Might. Decent amount of big dudes. And let's check out our Tempies here. Yeah, we're in a bit of a... Well, I guess we got the Shard King a couple packs ago. Or a couple half decks ago, so I guess we're not really in a glut of... sorry, a desert of soul binds. Alright, you got the Burnout, Fireheart Idol, Fleet Shardback, Lightning Tamer, Pyromatic Ice Crusher, Eruptor, Colossus, Elementalist, Heartseeker, and a Venerable Warhound. Blast Wave, Lightning Speed, and Earthen Fist. Another 2-spell deck with a Uranti Elementalist is not terribly exciting. Gotta go through a lot of decks to find the really good stuff. Another Bolstering Captain right off the bat. Let's check this one out. So I tried the Glorf Glob meme in a seal, but it was fun but worthless. Nice. Yeah, the problem is like Dreadbolt and Botanimate. Or even like Disintegrate, right? Just sacrifice your creature and then they annihilate the Glorf Glob. Alright, Bolstering Captain. Experimentation, Guardian's Wall, Isolate. Lightforge Sentry, Palladium Simulacrum, Steelite Researcher, a Synapse Medic. I don't know about that. Tech Upgrade, and a War Machine. That's a Steel Rosetta, Enhance, Inspire, and Optimize. That's a good loadout for a Steel Rosetta, that's for sure. Got 3 warriors with our warrior synergies going on. Not a lot of minion gen though. Got what, the experimentation is maybe a minion gen for the researcher. Alright, Broodfang coming up. So everybody just like playing some SolForge right now while you watch this in the background. Some Broodfang, Camouflage Demon, Dissipating Spectre, a Forsaken Walker, Glorf Glob again, Hematophagic Butcher, Indomitable Fiend, Keeper of the Damned, Lyria, and a Runescarred Pit. The Shadowcast Soul Siphon, Army Commander Cersei. Ike's been running a enhanced War Machine and Steel Rosetta build in the campaign. Alright. Ardent Smash Fist, Blitzing Warstoker, Fireheart Idol, Flame Jet, Furious Ice Crusher. Oh, that would have been nice as a shard back. Nargoth Commander, Paramedic Colisis, Rageborn Eruptor, Thundercrash Field. There's our shard back with the wrong modifier. And Korok, Earthen Fist, Blast Wave, and Lightning Speed. Alright, then we got another Patriarch, Armored Patriarch this time. Armored Patriarch, Botanimate, Echo Wolves, okay. Lead the Charge, Spike Carapace, Spiky Raptor, Stampeding Keeper, Stegodon Alpha, Tormite Guardian, and a Pterodon Nest with a Nova's Might, Bounty, and Dominion. So what we got? 1, 2, 3 dinosaurs in a dinosaur deck. Not bad. There's a lot of dinosaur stuff going on in just the one beast payoff for the Echo Wolves. But I mean, this will be a decent sealed deck for sure. Got just the right amount of stuff going on. Alright, what time we got? It is 10:15. I think I should be able to get through the last 2 boxes tonight. People are still around watching. If not, I guess I'll just cut it short. I don't know. If you're out there, let me know, and I'll keep it going. One more box. Okay. I've got 2 left in the case, so I'll keep at least this one going. Get ourselves something spicy out of this one. I have a good feeling about this box. Why, I don't know, but so I do. Alright, let's see what we got. Bride of Frankenbaum on top. start with her, I suppose. Ours green or bust. Yep. Alright, Bride of Frankenbaum, Cacklebones, Evil Lab, Ghastly Renewal, Grave Pact, Hibernating Fiend, Hibernating Spectre, Indomitable Fiend, oh, a Cerazol, nice, and a Vampiric Necromancer. Okay, that's a cool one. Got the Cersei with Shadowcast, Army Commander, and Sorrow. Ike just wants a Mad Lab. I did open a Mag Lab in my last video. So that will be on the site once I get all this stuff processed. Alright, so yeah, cool. I got the one scientist with these double scientist things going on, but can't complain about a Vampiric Necromancer. Alright, Mr. Armored Bartok. Armored Polymorpher. Okay, Krogius, Glowhive Nursery, Oxidon Rager, Spike Carapace, Stampeding Reveler, Terra Charger, Packmaster, or Venerable Packmaster, and a Will Stargin. With Oro, Shapeshift, Spell Surge, and Dark Forge Drain. A Stealth Steel Eye Researcher with that deck. Yeah, that could have been good. How many spells? 1, 2, 2 spells with our Reveler deck? I don't know about that. Alright, here comes a Burnout. Burnout's one of those cards I've just grown on me the more I play with it. Alright, got the Burnout, Fireheart Idol. It's nice with the Burnout, Flame Jet, Lightning Charge, all spells right off the bat. Nargoth Commander, Primordial Slam, Solemn Shardback, Stout Hawk Rider, Tortoise Colossus, and a Unstable Vortex. It's a nice 5-spell deck there. Got a Lightning Speed, Blast Wave, and Demolish. No way to make anything. Well, I guess the Flame Jet's always free if you want it to be. But 5-spellers are nice to see. That's for sure. Yeah, I wish it was a Sunder deck. That would have been a little bit more helpful. And let's be honest, how often are you really hoping it's a Korok deck over a Sunder deck? Alright, Arrogant Tinker, Arrogant Virtuoso, Energy Prison, Gizmo, Metamind Overseer, Palladium Simulacrum, Progressive Warden, Shardbound Vexor, Shield Node, and a Steel Scale Dragon. Okay, this one's the Scientist and Dinosaur one. And we got a Rosetta with Enhance, Disruptor, and Inspire. Oop. Yeah, set 3 Korok's pretty decent. And also, I think set 4 Korok was looking pretty good as well from what we had seen from some of that spoiler stuff. Alright. Oops. Alright. Arrogant Alluvion. Arrogant's a good modifier for an Alluvion, because being able to kill off something small and block something big is nice. We got a Broodfang, Camouflaged Stitcher, a Betrayer Scipion Experimentation. So be on the lookout for upgrades. Devouring Devourer, nice. Love it. Alright, Forsaken Moeba, Indomitable Fiend, Red Wasteland, Spite Hydra and Wither Frost Circle. Okay, that's our way to get the experimentation to proc. And Cersei with Sorrow, Army Commander, and Shadowcast. Another way to get the upgrade to proc. And it's our only way to generate a minion for our sister. So, boo. And no real removal besides the Witherfrost Circle, sort of. So, deck started off pretty interesting, but then kind of let us down in the end. Alright, Possumancer. In our Aloy. Possumancer, Arrogant Assassin, Bolstering Medic, Bolstering Sculptor, okay, Glitch Scout, Redact, Shield Node, Spirit Forge Sentinel, Stout Tinker, and a War Machine. They Nanotech Disruptor, enhance and optimize a Steel Rosetta there. So double bolstering is kind of neat. Don't really have good, I guess Steel Rosetta is a way to make some minions, but for a Sculptor, but otherwise. Alright, Armored Raptor. Is this our RS E deck? Let's find out. Tony's been gunning for Armored Raptor. Nope, no, Noxious Packmaster. Went straight from A to N. Shifting Batcher, Shifting Druid, Soothing Slayer, Spike Carapace, Toxic Chaosaur, Pterodon Mauler, Pterodon Nest, and a Wolfstar Djinn. With a Nova, Dominion, Judgment, and Bounty. Yeah, Shifting Batcher is just like solid stats at the first couple, or at least the second and third level. Alright, Charger Mammoth on top here. I guess it's good that Rumblespark can't replace a creature. Charger Mammoth being in the same set. Because that'd be very hard to deal with. Alright, Charger Mammoth. Firestorm, Furious Fascist, Lightning Charge, Nargoth Commander, Piercing Smash Fist, Primordial Slam, Scorchmane Dragon, Thundersoar, and a Urantia Elementalist. Thunder, Frostblast, Summon the Swarm, and Gale Surge. Two more packs in this box. Alright, Devouring Revenant. Dr. Frankenbaum, Grimgaunt Harvester, Keeper of the Damned, Raging Patron, Red Wasteland, Shadow Strength, Spite Hydra, Stout Demon, and Avarna's Pact. With Cersei, Army Commander, Soul Siphon, and Shadowcast. Alright, there's our Aegis Knight without the Warrior subtype. Aegis Knight, Sipping Experimentation, Emboldening Virtuoso, Forceplate Yeti, oh, a Betrayer Ghastly Renewal. That's cool. Isolate, Mechanizing Drone, Metamind Overseer, Salvage Engineer, Shardbound Vexer. So I got a what, 1, 2, 3 scientists to go with that renewal. It's pretty nice. Crux Cobalt with the Mind Over Matter, Synaptic Siphon, and Shattered Psyche. So I got a little bit of removal, a little bit of upgrade, but that Betrayer Ghastly Renewal looks pretty cool. Let's get a closer look at that. Always with those Betrayers. Looking extra nice in their alternate frames. All right, Botanimate. Alrighty. Botanimate, Brashful Keeper, Echo Wolves, Ferocious Roar, Hibernating Bartok, Oxon Rager, Alpha, Twin Strength, Venom Chalice, Vine Lash. Decent number of spells. Nova's Might, Judgment, and Bounty. So what? This is a 5-speller. Hibernating Bartok could put a lot of stats down on the third deck cycle. Or at level 3, I should say. Alrighty. Serum Mechamage, Disintegrate, Everflame Phoenix, Fleet Warhound, Ice Lance Magus, Lightning Charge, Spirit Golem Conclave, your Anti-Heart Seeker, Volcanic Colossus, and a Windspark Elemental. It's the first Windspark we've seen today. Got a Stimbolt, Gale Surge, and Frostblast. 1, 2, 3 spells. Okay. Not terrible for a Mecha Mage deck. Let's go Authority Terror this time. Got an Ardent Raptor going. Come on. Maybe another one of those. I have to open off the camera for a second. Ardent Raptor, Botanimate, Lead the Charge, Mystical Tangle Sprout, Oxon Rager, Sharplate Behemoth, a Shifting Techno Hulk. Okay. Spirit Charm, Toxic Slayer, and Pterodon Mauler. With a Nova's Dominion, Nova's Might, and Bounty. Alright, Charger Mammoth. Alright, this is the last box of this, or the last kit of this box. See if we can, yeah, I think I can probably power through the last box of the case tonight. Alright, Charger Mammoth, Fireheart Idol, Flame Sculptor Seal, Furious Razortooth, Furious Shardback, okay, Furious Smash Fist, Primordial Slam, Raging Colossus, and a Summoning Prophet, and a Windspark Elemental. This is a very furious deck. With a Korok, Earthen Fist, Demolish, and Blast Wave. This is a very interesting deck. So we got 3 spells, all of which I don't mind playing. We got the Dinosaurs, the Warriors, 1/2 Warriors for the Slam, just random summoning Prophet. But yeah, just like lots and lots of health on these creatures. I wonder if the Shardback and the Razortooth kind of have a similar progression. So what? 4/11. Okay, so 2/7, 4/11, 5/17, and 2/9, 4/12, and 5/17. Smash Fist does not quite catch up as well. Does not have a lot of health, but being able to control how much attack it has. Yeah, this is like a lot of stats and a lot of control over how big your creature is. This is a pretty cool deck. Like, it doesn't have any over-the-top cards, but the Triple Furious is really cool. If you can get, like, some sort of, like, armor generation or, like, Mystical Tangle Sprout kind of thing going on. Yeah, Fast and Furious 3. Alright, Ardengeist, Arrogant Slime, Dreadbolt. I don't think we've seen a Dreadbolt all day. Evil Lab, Ghoulish Patron, Betrayer, Metamind Overseer, Raging Demon, Runescarred Pit, Spite Maiden, and a Stout Shambler. Interesting. And then we've got Soul Siphon, Shadowcast, and Sorrow. Yeah, I guess Furious Starback is an over-the-top card, but, like, yeah, fair. So, a little awkward for Metamind Overseer not to have another robot in the deck to power it. The Ghoulish Patron, what beasts were there? Oh, the Raging Demon. Yeah, interesting. A lot of Betrayers decided to show up in this last pack here. Alright, Combat Allomancer, Energy Surge, Lightforge Sentry, Metamind Overseer, Anoswarm, Steel Graft, Synteta's Lab, a Venerable Sentry, and a Vid Icarus, and a Voltaic Magus. Lost my cadence there for a second. So, decent amount of minions going on, but no Steel Eye to go with it. It's only got the one Scientist and 2 Mages, so meh, it's kind of all over the place. Steel Rosetta with Nanotech, Enhance, and Inspire. Alright, one box left. I mean, I guess technically the Metamind Overseer can make its own robot. But, yeah, I'm surprised that it didn't require, like, the Ossuary mech to be in there. Or, like, the robot to go with it. Alright, last box, guys. Let's see if we can end it on a high note. Well, Betrayer Biting Safeguard is not really what I want to see, but still kind of a cool Betrayer. So we'll take a look at that. Looks cool. There's actually surprising amount of green in that picture. It kind of looks like, for some reason it reminds me of the Tusk Mage in set 3 with its color palette. Alright, so Biting Safeguard, Experience Steel Plate, Kindred Decayosaur, Noxious Basher, Petrifying Wartusk, Refreshing Raptor, Savage Oath, Spike Carapace, Torgmai Guardian, and a Utera Charger. Nova's Dominion, Might, and Bounty. Another Kindred creature with just one source of life gain. Alright. My stacks are getting too high, so I'm going to have to start setting these aside. Alright, Flame Sculptor Seal in our Tempest deck. Alright, Flame Sculptor Seal, Ice Storm, Ice Lance Magus, Lightning Charge, Rageborn Eruptor, Scorchbane Dragon, Summoning Sentinel, Thundersoar, Heartseeker, and a Windspark Elemental. With Stimbolt, Summon the Swarm, and Gale Surge for our Sunder. Camouflage Walker. Alright, Camouflage Walker. Up, Chanting of the Abyss. Cold Heart Brute. Darkshaper's Ritual. Ghastly Renewal. Grimgod Harvester. Hibernating Slime. Keeper of the Damned. Spite Hydra, and a Vile Drake. We got a Soul Siphon, Sorrow, and Shadowcast going on. Some Muthril. I had someone the other day in the queue almost pull off the Muthril, but unfortunately I had lethal before it could flip. But they were definitely going hard on it. Yeah, I'm really annoyed. Tony's talking about how they've made Pyromatic unable to hit its own creatures in the app since the last patch, which is really annoying. Right, Brightsteel Sentinel, Combat Safeguard, Duplication Dome, Guardian's Wall, Metamind Overseer, Repurposed Medic, Researching Engineer, Salvage Assassin, Shardbound Vexor, and a Shield Node, with Rosetta, Nanotech, Inspire, and Enhance. When did the Pyromatic nerf go into effect? Was it that last major patch? After the whole hullabaloo about targeting? Alright. Well, Krogius on top. Can't not open that. Is this the one that's gonna have the RSC like Tony was calling? Alright, Krogius. Glowhive Nursery, Mustic Megatha, Oxon Rager, Stegodon Alpha, Stout Packmaster, Torgmite Guardian, Toxic Druid, Twin Strength, and Vine Lash. With a Oros, Spirit Bond, Dark Force Drain, Shapeshift. Yeah, the December patch. That's when they did that. Lovely. Alright. Here, Mystic right up. Alright, Mystic, Blitzing Frosthulk, Combat Razortooth, Fireheart Idol, Ice Lance Magus, Mystical Teacher, Nargoth Commander, Piercing Warhound, Spirit Golem Conclave, and a Tortoise Colossus. Where are the elementals? I guess this is the elemental. Korok, Earthen Fist, Blastwave, and Demolish. I saw the one foil deck so far. Alright, got Camouflage Drake, Camouflage Reaper, Darkheart Sorcerer, Death Current, Dreadbolt, Red Wasteland, Runescarred Pit, Spite Hydra, Stout Revenant, and a Vile Spectre. So it started off strong and then it kind of petered out there. But 4-spell deck with the Darkheart's nice. We got Nyx Nekia with Soul Rip, Dark Summoning, and Dark Ritual. The little Camouflage is kind of nice. Another, and I guess the Vile Spectre if you really want to sacrifice some stuff. Alright, Possumancer coming up. Possumancer, Ardent Pagewalker, Brightsteel Sentinel, Camouflaged Warden, Glitch Scout, Guardian's Wall, Lightforge Sentry, Portatron, Redact, and a Stout Tactician. Ironbeard, Shields Up, Promote, and Formation. Sorry if I'm rushing through this a little bit, but it's getting late. So, I'm gonna finish up these last 2 packs. Probably sign off for the night. Maybe we get something really cool at the end here. Yeah, that camouflage deck started out really strong, and then it just kind of like petered out there. Alright, we got another Krogius sitting on top here, so why don't we open that one? Alright, Krogius, Ferocious Bear, Hibernating Sentry, just big creatures, Oxon Rager, Shardplate Behemoth, Shifting Sower, Spike Carapace, Stegon Alpha, Uterodon Mauler, and a Vine Lash. So we got, what, 2, 3 dinosaurs for the Carapace. We got Oros, Dark Forge Drain, Spell Surge, and Spirit Bond. This is just like big creature deck. I guess the Shifting Sower goes with the Krogius for the plant. Alright, got ourselves a Combat Adept on top. I always like seeing Adept, especially if you can get 4 or more spells in the deck. Alright, Combat Adept. Flame Jet, Flame Sculptor Seal, Ice Storm, Ice Lance Magus, Lightning Tamer, Spirit Golem Conclave, Thunder Crash Field, Venerable Stonefist, and a Warbringer Ritual. Wow. I mean, no Rumble Spark, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spells. Warbringer Ritual. Flame Jet's a freebie. Lightning Tamer procs off it. So, like, Venerable Stonefist is probably, like, the only kind of meh card in this, and it's still, like, a 6-9 or 6-8 at level 1. So if you just need the body. It's Korok. Could have been a Sunder. Oops. Right, Earth and Fist and Blast Wave. Yeah, this is a hot deck. It's just very efficient with the double free stuff. That Warbringer Ritual. I mean, it does... How many... It's got a lot of Exalts, right? It's got 3 Exalts that can kind of clog things up. But Thunder's Crash Field with the Warbringer Ritual is really nice. So that's definitely a pretty strong one to... Yeah, if it had an Elementalist Ritual in it, it would have, instead of one of those other spells, this would have been absurd. But I am always happy to see a 6-spell deck. That alone is usually pretty solid. Tends to work really well with Necrium if you can get, you know, like the Blight Witch or Darkheart. Or just, like, nice to have, like, a way to upgrade past the level 1 of the Warbringer Ritual. Alright, Arrogant Walker, Dr. Frankenbaum, Epidemic, Evil Lab, Ghastly Renewal, Howling Spectre, Ossuary Mech, Raging Demon, Witherfrost Circle, and a Zombifying Reaper. Sorrow, Soul Siphon, and Army Commander on our Cersei. I don't think we opened a single Elementalist Ritual today, have we? Alright, here comes Apostomancer. Seen a lot of Apostomancers, though. Alright, Apostomancer, Armored Sculptor, Energy Prison, Gizmo, Isolate, Metamind Overseer, Portatron, Redact, Taunting Safeguard, and a War Machine. With a Crux, Sarad Psyche, Mind Over Matter, and Precognition. And then our last pack of the night will be Will it be a God pack? Have all foil decks in it? No. Nope, but that's okay. Because it's going to have our Betrayer Rumblespark, right? Let's do that one last. Get ourselves a Cackle Bones here first off. Alright, Cackle Bones, Chanting of the Abyss, Dissipating Spectre, Glorfglob, Dumble Fiend, Keeper of the Damned, Lyria, Plague Spewer, Raging Butcher, and a Runescarred Pit. With a Soul Rip, Endless Death, and Dark Summoning. Another Mothril. So the Pit and the Chanting of the Abyss kind of work against each other. They both want to fill up the lanes. It's also the only spells in that deck. Awkward. Alright. Aegis Knight. Alright, Aegis Knight, Apostomancer, a Bright Steel Sentinel, Experimentation, Glitch Scout, Guardian's Wall, Portatron, Steel Eye Researcher, Taunting Tactician, and a tech upgrade with a Steel Rosetta. Disruptor, Inspire, and Enhance. Alright. Last chance at our Elementalist Ritual here. Got the Ardent Breaker, Arrogant Ice Crusher, Arrogant Shardback, Burnout, Everflame Phoenix, Furious Stormling, Lightning Charge, Piercing Stormfist, Solemn Warstoker, and a Guarantee Heartseeker. Stimbolt, Frostblast, and Gale Surge. This is going to be very confusing for the stack. Those two Arrogant, the same picture basically. Alright, and finally, our last but not least is our Terror deck here. Botanimate, Brambleaxe Warrior, Ferocious Roar, Betrayer Grimgaunt Predator, Mystical Tangle Sprout, Pack Reveler, Refreshing Basher, Shifting Aether Root, Spirit Charm, and a Toxic Bartok. Spell Surge, Spirit Bond, and Dark Forge Drain. That's pretty sweet looking art on the Betrayer there. Got what, 1, 2, 3 spells for the Reveler. Well, yeah, that is the last of it. So, a couple decent hits for tonight. Always nice to see. Got at least one Nova Elementalist. I don't think I really opened any other Soulbinds and Tempe's tonight. Got the one foil deck. Got that triple Furious deck, which was pretty cool. But yeah, it'll probably take me a few weeks before any of this shows up on the site. I think I will be doing at least one more case opening before that happens. But yeah, if you see anything, the 6 Speller was a nice one. That looked like a pretty fun one. If anything caught your eye in the interim, just send me a DM. But yeah, thanks for joining me tonight and hanging out. And I think I will end the stream here. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please leave a comment, a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will catch you guys for the next set of box openings. Thanks, guys.